howdy. Welcome to the Bill Sinyard Show.
Really?
The Bill Sinyard Show. We don't need Sherry Stay makeup anymore because you don't wear makeup.
Well, I was going to this morning because I got sunburned yesterday. And
I
need
see
to
that. Do
tone
we
that
need
down.
a toupee?
I had a headache last night. That was terrible.
Bill Sinyard
Well, I do need a
is
toupee.
here.
I'm losing hair, so I'm
That's
getting older.
okay.
I'm like
That's
you, I'm
okay.
getting older.
Yeah, I'm losing hair and gaining weight. So come on, that old age, and there's something about not sleeping when you get older. Bill Sinyard, we're getting old. We've been doing this a long time.
Long time. I guess it's been
Over 20 years.
20-something years, yeah.
It is absolutely crazy. It's
fun, though.
And they posted a program that was done out at our farm 22 years ago, and I was watching it, and somebody said, you had a ponytail. And I said, what I would give if ETC had pictures when my hair was down below my waist. And when we had the restaurant, it was, and when you own a restaurant, you don't want your hair anywhere near food. So I pinned it up on top of my head and looked like an old granny. When I was 28, I looked like an old granny because of that hairdo. But we've
won't
been
say
together a long time.
Long time. It was good to see you yesterday, too.
Good to be there, and we got to spend some time with some really good people. Fireproof was at Cool Springs Baptist Church.
Yep.
And they did a great job, and I can say Peyton does, God bless the USA.
Don't say that.
I ain't gonna say it.
He does a good job
Lee
with-
Greenwood does a great job. Peyton does a grand job. They did amazing. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Now you rounded up some blondes. Does your wife know about that?
She does. She knows I've got
And she knows
girlfriends.
one of them's over here that married and brought her husband too. Okay, all right. So
friends.
there's something about you and women. You've rounded you up some women.
Well,
Tell me about them.
well, if you listen to 101.1, The Pulse, you've heard these ladies on the weekend, and you'll be familiar with one of them. She's been around the radio programs in Atlanta for quite a while, so you'll know her too. And we're going to talk to them about the weekend show they do. If you've heard the Community Queen, and you don't know what she looks like, you're about to find out.
That's right. That's right. Why didn't you put a crown on her before you brought
Well, that's her
her?
husband's job.
Oh.
She's really his queen.
Oh,
We're
that's
just
right.
borrowing
That's
her for
right.
today,
All right.
so.
All right. So, and if I'd have known that, I was at the Dollar General early this morning, I could have gotten you a crown because they have it in the party section. I should have thought of that.
Should have picked one up.
Well, I know it. I know it. I have failed again. Who do you think will call us today?
Well, I think your boy up in Washington, D.C. may call.
He may call.
He may call here.
call.
I'm going to keep the phone handy because if
Yeah.
he calls, I'm going to hand you the phone and let you talk to him.
Yeah, we may talk to him today. We have
vice president.
Yeah, we saw in church yesterday, everybody stand for God Bless the USA. It is time for everybody to stand together. If you do not support the United States of America, if you do not honor this flag, Delta flies both ways. Wherever you came from, they will take you back there.
Well, I look at it this way. If I went into another country and I wanted to live there, I would do my best to assimilate. Because if I'm going to be part of the country and live off that land, I need to respect it, and I expect the same here.
Well, I wasn't a big soccer fan, but now I am because I love soccer fans love America.
Can you run that long?
No. Are you kidding? These little short, dumpy legs. And let me tell you, I'm getting shorter and dumpier because I bought me this dress. You'd die. In Belks, Lord, it looks so good. And I liked that dress. And I paid for it. And I got it home.
You paid
and
for
it's
it.
my size. And it fit me, except it drug the ground. And I said, well, that's my size. So, believe this or not, I had to go to the short women's section, the fat short women's section.
I
It
would
was
never
crazy.
believe that.
I was going to wear that dress today, and it drags the ground. And I thought, well, Lord, I can't do this.
know, the more-
I'll trip over that dress.
The moral of that story is your size has changed, and well, we'll skip the second one.
Yeah, the rest of everything's changing. That's what happens with old age. We have gotten old in front of an audience, and the audience, it's very sad to say this, but when we look back on the over 2,000 programs we have done together, way back when, we have lost Joyce and Grady Bryson. When we think of Jen, when we think of so many people who are with us on a weekly basis.
Well, as the years go on, so do the people. That's
yeah.
the way life works.
It's
We're right behind
weird.
them. We're all right behind them.
We are, and that's what yesterday there was a song at church, and this song goes out today to Tracy's grandparents because those are the finest people in the world. and the song was about revival. Had you heard that song before?
Yeah.
Is that not a great song?
It's a good one, yeah.
Yeah. Would you tell these girls over here to play it on the Pulse?
If they can find it, yeah.
If y'all could find it?
So we need old-fashioned revival.
That's right. We need an old-fashioned revival. So now, do you want to introduce them and tell them who's the queen and who's the queen and who's the whatever?
Yeah, we'll
who's the
introduce
whatever?
the host here in the blue shirt is Sandra Parrish. You may have heard her for years on WSB radio and on television too, if I'm not mistaken.
Did a little bit of TV.
A little bit of TV as well. And the lady in the white shirt is the community queen, who you may have heard on the radio. That's our dear friend Colleen McBrayer.
And when we think about radio, I've never done radio, so to me it looks much more complicated than live TV. Is it hard? Do you do all your controls while y'all are doing a show?
I do. It's not that hard, but technology has changed from when I first started in radio back in 1991.
Wow.
We had reel-to-reel machines and cart machines, and so now everything's digital. We have digital recorder, everything's on the computer. I upload everything on the computer. So.
Well, did you hear this morning when the boys got in to do their show, and they had computer technology had gone awry?
Yeah, that is something
and they were
I
like,
have nightmares about that. Yeah.
What do you do if something like that happens? How do you get out? How do you make that work?
You go to commercial.
Just
go to commercial break.
This morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens here?
Yeah. And we have done live shows. It's so funny, y'all. I need to write a book about the live shows that were absolutely crazy. I was here one day, and there was a man on the roof. And honest to goodness, I could not think for the boom, 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 boom. And so I said, well, y'all take a music break. I need to go outside. So I went outside, and little short me looks up, and I said, hey, come over here. And he's like, what? And he comes to the edge of the roof, and I said, you've got to hush. I'm in there doing a live TV show. And he said, well, they told me to fix the roof, and I'm fixing the roof. I said, well, you're coming down right now. He was not happy with me. But live TV, it was so loud, and I knew it was going out over the air, and I'm like, people are going to think we're tearing the building down. So the thing about live TV or live radio is what you see is what you get, what you hear is what you get. And this morning when the guys were having trouble, I thought, been there, done that, and you just get by.
You do. I used to have nightmares when I worked at WSB, and I still get them every now and then, going in to read a newscast because everything is on the computer. You can have paper, as a backup, but typically you're reading off the computer screen. And I would have nightmares that had come in and the computer wasn't working, so I'd be pulling out old copy out of the trash can and reading old news just so I had something to read. Luckily that never happened. But
Let the people know what hours of the weekend you're on.
So Saturdays with Sandra is on from 8 to noon, Saturday mornings, and we have a great show. It's kind of a news magazine type show. We still play all your favorite Pulse music, but I do different interviews. This past Saturday, I interviewed the AJC's Greg Bluestein, political reporter, and he's kind of kept us up to date on everything going on with the elections, the special legislative session, as well as the regular session, General Assembly session that went on earlier this year. So he's pretty much a regular guest on the show. Also talked to a fawn, baby fawn rehabber that actually just helped a family here in Ellijay who a deer had gotten impaled on their pool fence, and it was pregnant with twins, and one of the babies didn't live, but the other one, they called the Georgia Wildlife Network, who put them in touch to the Smithwick Station rehab facility in Cherokee County, and they got that baby there within an hour, and it's thriving. And I interviewed the founder of Smithwick Station, Sarah Pauk. So just have a lot of things. Colleen is a regular guest on my show. She's usually on at 11:07 on Saturday mornings, and we just talk about whatever.
Now,
what happens at 11:07?
We talked to the
Did
community
y'all just
queen.
Choose that? Okay. I mean, is there a special something about that
No,
number?
I just wanted to have her on consistently. So people, if they wanted to tune in to hear Colleen, they knew they could tune in at 11:07. And I gave her the name Colleen, our community queen, because it rhymes so well.
Now, the first time I was riding down the road and I heard this woman on the radio, and of course I was listening to the Pulse, and I said, I know that voice. There's only one like it. And that's Colleen. How is she on the radio? Why is she on the radio? How did she get on the radio? And so I walk into Home Depot where she works some, and I asked her, and she told me, and I said, well, I knew it was you. It had to be you. So when you hear the voice, this is the lady.
You'll know when you go check out at Home Depot in the garden section, you're going to know that that's
right.
Colleen, our community queen.
So tell us about how you got that position and what.
Well, I am friends with her sister and her brother-in-law, and she stayed in a cabin next to me for a little while, and we talked and became good friends, and she knows I have something to say about everything.
She's kind of like you.
And she asked me would I do it, and I thought that would be a lot of fun, and there we go from there.
Now, Sherry, if you're ever looking for a replacement,
Oh, yeah.
because she can talk as much.
Well, this morning, y'all.
No offense.
This morning, because I had been up all night and I'd been da-da-da-da-da, and I thought, I'm going to just call Bill and tell him to do the show today, and I'll stay down here and put out fires. And then I thought, no, I'm not letting anything crazy change my day.
There you go.
So, but I know he could have stepped in and he could have done it. And that's one of the things. If she were to have a sudden sickness, or could you do her show?
No, not at all.
But you could.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so intimidated by radio. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy because well, I guess with live TV too, you're not seeing your audience, but it's, as long as you don't have people looking at you. But I've been doing it for so long.
Have you done it in your pajamas before?
No, but I've had nightmares about doing it in my pajamas. I've had
Or-
lots
or
of
worse.
nightmares about being in news and newscasts and showing up in the middle of the night in my pajamas. Matter of fact, one time I did get a call. I had a series running, and I'd put a lot of work into it, and my newsroom knew I'd put a lot of work into it, so the morning anchors didn't want it to go to waste. So they must have called me at like 3 in the morning, and so I quickly got dressed, drove to downtown Atlanta from Snellville.
Wow.
And fixed. It was just a technical problem with my story, and so I fixed it and turned around, went right back home, went right back to bed.
Oh my gosh! Now, boy,
Wow.
that would not be me. If I'm awake for the duration.
Now,
I cannot go back to sleep.
on your show, she's talking about what?
We just talk about random
We
things.
do.
Tell them about what we talked about this past week.
Another good point is she can edit it. So if I get all, she can fix that. So that happens. But this last thing, what we figured out on TikTok, that they're doing their 5 favorite things for like that week.
Right.
So I said, find out 5 things and I'll do my 5 things. And we've had a lot of calls and stuff about that. That was a big thing.
Yeah.
Like your favorite drink for that week, or your favorite moisturizer, or your favorite shoes that you're loving, your Apple Watch, and fun stuff like that. And then people are calling me, what moisturizer are you using? And it's kind of like a cool thing. So
Well, now that they see you on television, they may ask you about the moisturizer.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about
Or
that.
they'll say, "Are you a natural blonde?" And you'll say, "Yes."
And I'll
sure
say, as of right now. As of right
Now,
now.
I saw somebody the other day who used to be a blonde, was a brunette, then a blonde, and now has gray hair. And I'm going, which way did I like her best? And I like
Yeah.
the gray hair better. And I said, that's so weird, because I learned from the beauty shop in Jasper, and you learn a lot in the beauty shop. And one day, one of the beauticians that I really admired, she had the most beautiful blonde hair. And I said, June, how do you keep your hair? Because she was over 60. And she showed me her roots, and they were all gray. And I said, what you mean you got gray hair? And she said, I have to work to make it blonde. And I didn't know that there's a technique that you can do whatever
Yes.
your hair is. And I said, well, I want to learn to do that. They
I
did a
think
little
the
bit of
show has
blonde,
gone
and I'm so
sideways.
pale. I'm so pale. Blonde did not work. I said, no. But y'all, it just looks like it's natural. So you got some good beauticians
thank you.
going on. Yeah, yours look natural too.
We all have to work to be blonde. so.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It's crazy. When you got together and you started talking, did you have, what age? Are y'all close to each other's age?
We're close.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because it's so weird when I hear kids on the radio, younger, and talking about stuff, and I'm like, they can't relate to life
Right.
yet. And that's weird to
It
me.
is.
Isn't that weird? Because there's so many things that we hear every day and we relate to. And so I thought it would be interesting to have a program with an older person and a younger person, and let them kind of
what
join
we do.
forces. Yeah, that's what that's what we do. He's my baby boy. Yeah. How old are you?
You know
you get
you
Social
should not ask a
Security
man
now,
his age.
don't
That's
you?
rude.
I know. You do get Social Security now, don't you?
I do.
Okay.
Proud
all
of
right.
it too.
That's right. Lord, when you get that homestead exemption, that's such a good feeling. It takes
all I
the
can
age thing
get.
away. Yeah, yeah. Now, when the Pulse converted from WLJA, the old-timey ways, we had a lot of people panicking and really, really nervous. How have you brought them into the future and what Pulse is today?
Well, before, under the previous owners, it was pretty much just a Ellijay station. Is a small hometown station. And while we still have that home-timey feel, we are more of a regional station. You can ask our owner, Darren Sutherland. He's brought us all the way up to Chattanooga to the north, all the way west, Cartersville, Calhoun, and then all the way down to Smyrna and Kennesaw. I mean, we are definitely a regional station, and we're very popular in a lot of those areas. So we still try to keep it where we have that local feel. We're out in the community all the time. We do live remotes all the time. Darren and Asa, who have the porch in the afternoons, have their...
Now, you got to answer a question for me. I'm glad you brought that up. Do they actually go sit on the porch?
No. Well, the show is called The Porch.
I want to know, is it really on the porch?
For the church shout-out tour, it is. It's on the front steps of the church.
Okay.
And so that is something they do. And if you go on our website, 1011thepulse.com, you can go on there and you can register your church for the church shout-out tour. And Darren and Asa will come and do their show called The Porch on the church's front steps.
Well, remember Ludlow Porch? Yeah.
Yes.
And when they started doing it first, and I thought, well, I want to ride by the station and see if they built a porch. So, yeah.
No, they actually do it in the studio
Okay.
if they're not out doing
Yeah,
it. But they're out live all the time,
Well, I think that's what I really love, because y'all are hitting every single community, and it's Dave Garner here, you here, everybody's everywhere.
Yeah.
And so nobody's forgotten.
That's
From
right.
Dalton, and we love that.
Yeah.
We love that. They were down at the Braves Stadium. Did you know they found their way down there?
God bless them.
They did, and they found their way back out too, as quick as they could.
That's the important part.
And I love that they went to NASCAR, but they didn't get
Yeah.
to stay for the final because it was raining, you know, and they had the rain delay. But it is really cool to get other people understanding that station feels good.
Yeah.
It just feels good.
It is. It's where faith, country, and gospel unite. And we call it country with heart because it is, in essence, a country Christian radio station. And we still play a lot of the old gospel favorites, but we also like to play the new music too. We're not trying just to cater to one age group. You know, we want to hit the young ones. That's why we have Holland on in the evenings. 17 years old. We like to call her the youngest DJ in America. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but we call her the youngest DJ in America. And so, and she's brought in a lot of young listeners. So that is our goal, is to reach as many as we can across all age
Every age
spectrums.
bracket,
Yep.
yeah.
And Miss Community Queen, are you finding people meeting you and saying they've heard you?
I have a lot of people. I'll be in, excuse me, Kroger. I will be in the garden department at Home Depot, and they'll say they've looked her up online, Facebook, and they just really enjoy her show. And oh my gosh, did I see you or hear you on there? You know, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
You're becoming famous.
I don't know about that, but my voice is
Yeah.
Your voice is famous.
a little different. But
And
yeah.
you know, that's the cool thing. As long as we're all having fun, and that's what I said. Somebody asked me, they said, are you ever going to retire? I said, not as long as it's fun.
Yeah.
As long as we're having fun
That's
and
right.
it's a
Absolutely.
good connection with the community, of course we're going to stay. And I get tickled because I went in Walmart one day and a lady told me the story. She was in a wheelchair and she said, I've been on dialysis a long time, and she said, watching you as you laughed, as you cried, as you shared your stories, got me through all the times I sat in the dialysis chair. And I thought, those are the stories
That's
that keep
right.
you working when, you know.
Well, and it's like, you got to remember something. When you do that show, you may be touching somebody that needs a little pep up that day, or pick up.
Just
pick
a
me up.
little, yeah.
Just a little pick me
Yeah.
up, and you're
That's
probably
how-
blessing somebody.
That's how I feel about my little part-time job at Home Depot.
Yeah.
I really feel like
A connection.
a connection with my customers, my coworkers, and I just really love to go there. And I feel like sometimes it's like my little ministry. So, and hopefully I'm
She
sharing
brings that on the show as well. She
Yeah,
does. We often talk about how thankful we are,
Yes.
and we have
Right.
sometimes we talk about just being kind to others. And
Right.
she's great to
Yeah.
talk about that.
And I think that's something that somebody is sitting at home alone that we don't realize has nobody.
Right.
Their children have passed before them, maybe they didn't have children, and they're sitting there alone. And that connection, and I've lived it for over 20 years now, when they walk up to you and say, Ms. Martin, you don't know me, but you've gotten me through some hard days,
Yeah.
and you're like, wow, wow. So
That's
that
what it's all about.
makes a
really.
difference,
I mean,
yeah.
It's like
yeah.
when we recorded CDs 20-something years ago. We still have people come up and say, that sure still blesses me today. I'm
Yes.
like, wow.
Yeah.
And you can imagine what they're doing is doing
Yeah.
the same thing, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of folks that are shut in, and radio or television is all they've got. Really.
Right.
They
That's
don't see
right.
nobody.
Yeah.
And so when you speak to them on the radio, always remember that I'm touching somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you
It's a
here the
blessing.
day that Jenny called in and I had had a haircut? And she said, I don't like your haircut.
Huh?
And it was hysterical. They said, this lady's calling in, do you want to take the live call? I said, sure. And she said, well, hey, I just want to tell you I watch every day, but I don't like that new hairdo.
Oh.
And I said, well, I'm sorry. She said, well, you just cut too much. And I said, okay. And so I said, so we have always, when we took live calls, I guess I opened myself up to Lord knows what's going to happen. But we didn't edit anything, and we never have. We just kind of throw it out there. And
But you
Works.
can touch people in other ways too, so
Yeah.
not just a blessing, but
oh yeah, sometimes you're like, and I
people are
am.
opinionated. So.
Yeah, I've had 2 calls in all these years of somebody who said, can I take you to lunch and try to change your mind about something? I said, you can take me to lunch, but you will never change my mind. I'm an old lady set in my ways. And you know that better than anybody.
Yeah,
I'm an old lady set in my
especially the
ways.
first part. So.
Yeah, old lady, yeah. but when we look at, we do have an opportunity to make a difference. Just a little difference with one person. And that's kind of
Y'all
what
know
it's
I'm
about.
teasing.
Yeah. And there are songs, I'm trying to think, what was yours? Canaan Land, that touched so many people
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
really, really loved. And when you think about that, we were sitting in church yesterday and the songs they chose, I could look around, the congregation is like, yeah, we get this, we get this. So when you play songs, you know that you're reaching somebody's heart.
Right.
And that's all it takes is a song.
We take it for granted sometimes, but then you stop and think, we're broadcasting, whether it's television or radio, and when you're broadcasting, you're reaching an audience of people you probably will never meet, and you don't know what you're doing to them that day, helping them.
Unless you bump into them in Walmart. Okay, we
Or
are
Home
going to
Depot.
share. Can we share some music? Will you talk about your friends who were at church yesterday?
Yeah, Fireproof, they're out of Bartow County, the Kingston, Taylorsville area, and Peyton Silvers and Larry Gentry and Mr. Keith Jones. And they do a fine job, the trio, and if you ever get a chance to have them at your church, feel free to do so. But they did a fine job.
They did a great job.
Good gospel music.
They did a great job. And Trace has got, are we going to do pictures and music first, Trace? You're in charge. You're the boss. Which one we going to do?
Music.
Music. Let's go to some music from Cool Springs Baptist Church yesterday, where the floor was a rocking because the music was amazing. Here we go.
That be a happy morning over the sea, where the cares of life shall pass away forever. To be there to welcome all the ransomed and free, with the ring bells of heaven on that day. Now with the ring bells of heaven, ring the bells of glory, when redeemed are gathered
listen to the words of the song. Pray for me. World's changing every day. I don't believe it's getting brighter. Folks are lost and led astray. The road that's wide is getting wider. Where's the church and what's the plan? Can we reach a generation? If we try, I know we can. And take the gospel to the nation. What we need is an old-time revival, one that lasts till the Spirit comes down. We've had enough of this world trying to take away the Bible. It's time the church stood its ground. We need to cry out to God for forgiveness. We need to spend a lot more time on our knees. We need to turn away from sin and look at Jesus once again. Yes, that's what we need. Y'all believe that this morning? If I could take the time to tell the whole world my story, you hear about the times I failed. You see a pass of faded glory. Listen to this. But then I take you to a place where my soul is set free. My sins forever were erased. When Jesus gave me what I need. What we need is an old-time revival, one that lasts till the Spirit comes down. We've had enough of this world trying to take away the Bible. It's time the church stood its ground. We need to cry out to God for forgiveness. We need to spend a lot more time on our knees. We need to turn away from sin and look to Jesus once again. What we need is an old-time revival, one that lasts till the Spirit comes down. We've had enough of this world trying to take away the Bible. It's time the church stood its ground. It's time the church stood its ground. It's time the church stood its ground. What we need is an old-time revival, one that lasts till the Spirit comes down. We've had enough of this world trying to take away the Bible. It's time the church stood its ground. We need to cry out to God for forgiveness. We need to spend a lot more time on our knees. Turn away from sin. Look at Jesus once again. Yes, that's what we need. What we need is an old-time revival. Yeah.
Next song, I think we did it last year when we were here, but this song should probably be done everywhere we go. I'm so thankful that we live in the best country ever. I mean, you know, there's things going on today that it's sad to see. It's truly sad to see. That's all I'll say about that. But I'm thankful for the men and women that are sacrificing right now so we can stand up here and do what we do. So y'all can come in those doors and sit and worship the true and living God. I know we've had some service members that have been killed within the past 2-3 days, and I want you to pray for their family. How many veterans do we have? Stand up. Stand up if you can. These are the guys right here. These are the guys right here. This is the generation right here that you'll never see. These are the guys right here that have sacrificed for us. Thank y'all very much. Thank y'all. I mean, from the bottom of my heart, I'm a very patriotic person. I work for the fire department. I'm in the honor guard. At my department, I work for Bar 2. Been with them 31 years this year. And but thank y'all for what you do. I want you to listen to this words of this song. Everybody knows it. And I know you know it. Just sing along with me.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, worked for all my life, I had to start again, just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart. It's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
sing that song. But if you're glad to see Peyton Silvers, would you let him know it today?
Johnathan over here on the piano. He's our lead singer. He plays the bass some, but you're glad to see Mr. Larry Gentry this morning. Larry, the one that keeps us straight and in line, and she's the only sound person in our bunch.
Amen.
Maybe some of y'all get that later on. She does a fantastic job of running her sound. That's Miss Jeannie Gentry in the back. She belongs to that, you know that. So this one to my very right here, to my immediate right, I should say. I don't think very right is the correct grammar, right? Immediate right. So I'm from Kingston, so my grammar's not too well. He plays the bass. He sings our baritone part, and just a phenomenal guy. You're glad to see Mr. Steve Jones this morning. Our wives are here. My wife is done. She's sitting back there in the back, and she puts up with me. Just scared to go to the door here. That's Steve's wife. And y'all know Jeannie. Did I forget anybody? I have done that before. So thank y'all for having us this morning.
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time, and delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
See us anytime you can.
ETC is connected to our community. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events, connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources, and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections and fast, reliable internet. Visit etcnow.com today.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
Guess what? While these ladies are here, I need to tell them about a special concert that's coming along. And the Pulse should be there live that night at the George Link studio here at the theater when Dwight Sanford, Mr. Ellijay, does his thing on 9/11. That would be cool. We need to pass that along to the boss.
Yeah, that sounds
and have
great.
y'all there. It would be neat to have the Pulse there because they're going to be doing all kinds of music, including local music about Ellijay. And there's going to be a very, very special guest who's in the band that not many people know about.
You?
No. One day, I got to
play-
make you laugh. Y'all got to laugh. I cannot carry tune in a bucket. Where's my bucket? There is no way I can even carry tune in a bucket. And one day Dwight said, "Why don't you sing some?" And I laid down and cracked up. Some people can sing.
She
and
listens
some
for,
people
well, no,
can't.
she talks for a reason.
Yeah, I cannot sing. And he would sing, and I just said, how do you do that, you know? But we have so much local talent, and on 9/11 and 9/12, get in line, get your tickets. The tickets are $27 each. Mr. Ellijay and the new band. And the new band consists of this high up honker. He's somebody you like. Y'all love this man.
The vice president?
You know, is it JD? Is that phone ringing? Hand me that phone. Uh-oh.
Hello. Now, she's busy right now. She's talking to these ladies, these dear ladies that are on her. No, she can't talk. Okay, that's Mr. Vice President.
All right, JD. Yes, I want you to come to the concert. Hillbilly music. And then some country, some rock and roll. He'll do some of the Beatles because he loves them.
Bring
Is
Donald.
that new baby here yet? It's not? Well, tell Usha to push harder. Okay, well, thank you, sir, for calling. Lord have mercy how I love you. I can't wait till you're my You hung up on the vice president. But anyway, y'all have got to come to the concert. Mark the date, 9/11, Friday night, 9/12, Saturday night. Be in Ellijay, Georgia Theater. It is our boy, he's older than you. Mr. Ellijay is going to be leading the pack as that bass player steps on stage, and y'all go, well, Lord, I didn't know he played music. And you're going to be so happy. You're going to be so happy. So y'all need to be there. Put a word in and say, does anybody want to be? The only bad thing about it, y'all be doing football games that night, won't you?
If it's
On a
Saturday
Friday
night,
night,
the dogs
Saturday
are on,
night.
and Friday night would be high school football.
That's right. That may blow y'all out of. How do you cover all you cover? Y'all cover
Dave
a big
Garner.
area.
Cover a lot. Dave
Yes.
Garner covers a lot.
Sports.
All the championships, football, baseball, basketball,
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
I don't know how he does it.
And
Yeah,
community
yeah.
queen.
Well, you know, I was going to tell you, the Pulse is looking for a part-time employee,
Really?
and you fit the bill.
I don't know if I got time though.
You
I'm
fit.
busy.
It's just part-time, and it's driving and going and setting up and being at some events. And they said send what salary you would expect. What would you expect?
I'd rather
Too
not- I'd
much.
rather not
Morning's
say.
worth.
I'd rather not. Wait a minute. Take that as a compliment. No, I mean an insult. Yeah.
He's worth a bunch. Yeah, he's worth a bunch. But you do have a job available at the Pulse, and
do.
so, what do you know what that job would entail, so we can find somebody
I
who
think
wants to do it?
it has a lot to do with our remote, setting up for our remote. And then a lot of times there's somebody back at the studio when we do have remotes, and they're recording, they're playing the songs, they're more on the technical side. So I think that's what, and I think we have a full-time spot open for a salesperson. So if you wanna do
Ooh.
sales,
Yeah. He would be good in sales. People would say, Lord, I just love his blue eyes. I bought that ad because of them blue eyes.
I'm good at sales, but I don't like it. I like to do things I like. So.
Yeah, that's me.
And that's like her. She's doing something she likes.
Yes. And you know what? That's what life is about.
That's right.
Choose something you love and just do it as long as it's fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
And that's so cool. So what do you see as your future? Are you going to be in real estate forever and radio? Do you like doing both?
I do like
Yeah.
doing both. When I retired from WSB, I got my real estate license, and I sell for Virtual Properties Realty, and I do love it. You know, I've had dozens of years of experience buying and selling homes myself, and so it's been a lot of fun doing that. And then Darren called, and I kind of got sucked back into radio doing this show. But it is fun. You know, you do what you love. You'll love what you do. So
Yeah.
Do you have Colleen under a 20-year contract? To do your show?
I don't think we have any contracts going on.
It's just a
I don't have
handshake.
a contract.
Yeah,
either, so.
yeah.
Just a handshake, right?
Yeah. Well, as
Well,
long as it's
they have
fun.
They have fun.
Yeah,
at it. I
we
mean,
do have
That's
fun.
it.
When I
That's
listen
it.
to their show and Colleen's giving out all this advice, it's like she's having a ball. So.
Well, you know what I found that I just thought was crazy about radio? I have some friends, the Chef and the Fat Man. Do you remember them? They used to come here with us. They had a cooking radio show. And I said, how can you teach people to cook if they can't see what you're doing? And he said they have to use their imagination.
Yeah.
So radio is a lot of imagination.
Yes.
It
You know,
is.
and when they first hear y'all, then they think, well, I wonder what they look like. Well, I wonder what their personality really is. Is that really who they are? And I think about, I loved Rhubarb Jones, loved him. And I loved Moby. And I would go back and forth. And then you think about that, they both died young. They were gone. And in my mind, nobody's replaced those two. And then we look at, is that an ambulance? We're on live TV. Have you had a heart attack?
No.
This is what you get with live TV. we can hear the ambulance. Well,
Well,
we
you're
don't know.
You're 100 feet off the
Lord,
road, so
here
you know.
comes another one.
It could
This
be
may-
you.
This may be an emergency.
No
I
offense,
don't know.
but you're older than I am.
I know. I'm older than dirt. No, I'm about older than mud now. Phew, Lord have mercy. When we think about the radio guys, who did you respect when you were in the Atlanta market? Who was one of your favorites?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, I was on with Scott Slade for almost 30 years, and so I always respected him. Captain Herb.
Oh yeah.
You know, I was very close
Captain
with Captain
Herb
Herb.
passed away, didn't he?
He did.
Yes.
He
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
So I was very close with him, but it's funny because when I was growing up, I listened to Steve McCoy.
Oh, I remember that.
Z93.
Yes.
Z93.
Steve
yes.
and Vicky.
Steve and Vicky,
Yes,
and
Steve and Vicky.
I got to work with both of them when
That's
they
crazy.
came and worked at 98.5, B98.5.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny how things kind of come full circle. I have people tell me all the time, well, I grew up listening to you, and it was funny because I got to tell him, because him in particular, I got to tell him that I grew up listening to
They
him.
play some good music.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
That is cool. When we look at, okay, eras of music, what's your favorite music? Absolute favorite.
80s music,
80s.
Definitely. Journey,
Yes, yeah.
Chicago.
Well, you've got to come
Styx.
November the 28th, I believe it's the 28th, in Hiawassee at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds. We are having Guardians of the Jukebox.
Okay.
They guard the jukebox, all 80s music.
Oh, how about that?
And I'm telling you, they are better than the originals.
Okay.
That's
They
her
are
opinion.
so amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
I sit and I'm just like, they sound better than anything. And it's people who love that era of music, and they bring it back and they bring it back. They don't normally do indoor shows in the winter. And I said, we've got this amazing building. They've never been inside. It holds 2,700 people. It will be awesome. It'll be awesome. And it's the weekend of Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So a lot of people will be in Towns County, and a lot of people will be there for the vacation. So if you want tickets, I know somebody who can get you some.
Well, I may just take you up on that.
It's the 80s music, and to me, it's the best of the 80s.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah, yeah.
That was the best era of music anyway. So.
I'll have to have 6 this time because I've got two more.
You got two more blondes you can haul along
Yeah.
with you.
and
I
their
love
husbands.
it. Oh, I love it. I love it. You know, when we look at music, music often made our day.
Yes.
It either started your day great or it brought you a song that maybe I can hear Amazing Grace and start crying, not because it's sad, but because it's so powerful,
Yes.
you know. And that's what music does. Yeah.
It does it to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time I hear Karen Carpenter, I get chills.
Oh my gosh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and the Beach Boys, did either of y'all like the Beach Boys?
They're
I've
all
seen
right.
'em.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen
Well,
them.
I met them when I was 14, and then I didn't see them again. I got to have lunch with them when I was 14, and I actually own a fork that Dennis Wilson ate with.
And Glenn Campbell was playing with
And
them.
Glenn Campbell was
Wow.
there, and Billy was there, and it was amazing, and it was awesome, but I was 14, keep that in mind, so I had a crush on Bruce Johnson forever. They came to the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds,
with
and
you.
he was with me, and we had a blast because I was backstage, and I kept saying, Miss Hilda, where is he? Where is he? And then when I saw him, I said, oh, God, I've had a crush on that for 45 years.
Well, yeah.
And we cracked up.
There's an old song called "Time Has Made a Change."
He got
in
shorter.
This.
He got much shorter. 'Cause,
That's funny.
Yeah, it was hysterical. But the Beach Boys music made me just feel good. I loved it. And even though the Beach Boys, I'll just say this, I think are a little bit too old to be touring. Mike Love's son
Hey,
is
people are-
amazing.
if you can pack it-
He's amazing.
He is.
If you
Yeah.
can pack a house still,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not too old to tour.
Yeah.
so.
Well, I was thinking,
And
but
they're
you know
back.
who else was the best in his 80s? Charlie Pride.
Oh.
Charlie Pride.
true.
He did a 2-hour concert and danced all over that stage.
You got to
at 80
interview
years
him,
old.
too.
Yeah.
How about
yeah.
that?
Yeah. I've interviewed so many of those people.
Percy
and
Sledge.
Percy Sledge, who was like the most amazing and sweetest guy. And you know, Billy Joe Royal was that one that didn't live long after. He had some issues with his liver. And when we think about it, we go back to Atlanta and to Lake Spivey and Down in the Boondocks and those songs that you can't replace them. There's nothing out there today
That's why I
like
love
it.
radio. You
Yeah.
can just sit and listen to good stuff all the time.
Yeah,
Of
forever.
course, now you got streaming this and streaming that. but
Yeah.
Radio's still king to me.
Yeah. Anybody love Elvis?
Oh, yes.
Yes, yes. Did you cry the day he died?
Oh, my gosh, yes.
My kids were like, Mama, please get up out the floor and quit laying there crying. I mean, I was a basket case because
My mom
Elvis was
was.
like, my mama loved him, so I grew up loving
Yes.
him, and that was my man, you know,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so we think about the years of music, who we've lost, who we've saved, and through radio we can save them all.
You actually dressed like Priscilla for a while.
Yeah,
I've seen
long
the
black
pictures.
hair, lots of
Yeah.
makeup.
I've seen the pictures.
And I was skinny, Lord have mercy. Well, we're going to end today with a very special song. Tell them again how to find you on radio.
So you can tune in to 101.1 The Pulse Saturday mornings from 8 until noon. We also have the Pulse app on your phone. So if you don't have a radio inside or you're not in your car, you can just pull up your phone. If you don't already have it downloaded, you just go to your app store. It's 101.1 The Pulse. It's a little blue heart like our blue colors with headphones on it. Or you can listen online at 1011thepulse.com.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Thank you, ladies, for being here. Thank you for rounding up some pretty special blondes. I love it. I love it. Keep dragging them in, boy.
I'll try.
All right, we're going to leave you with a very special song for Ellijay, and this goes out to everybody in Ellijay and law enforcement, everybody in Ellijay who has made it through the summer, from the DUIs to the accidents on the lake and all the things you guys have to deal with every single day. There's a very special man who used to do that, and he loved his job. He also loved driving the kids around on the school bus, and the kids loved him because he put Snickers bars on the bus every day.
Oh, boy.
This is a very special guy to this community, and you're going to get to see him in concert September the 11th, September the 12th at the George Link Playhouse right here in Ellijay. Get your tickets. Here we go. Welcome to Ellijay.
How y'all doing out there? Welcome to Ellijay. That's with a J.
About 90 miles north of Atlanta, where the Coosawattee lay. They come out of the hills to pay their telephone bills in a town called Ellijay. When the mayor drove a shiny 62 Corvette, Slim was in a cruiser with a Cobra jet. What you see is exactly what you get if you come to Ellijay. Hey, Ellijay, a mighty fine place to be. Ellijay, 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 good enough for you and me. Apple blossom, baby possum, muscadine wine. Leave all your troubles at the welcome sign. I'm so proud to call a piece of his mind a town called Ellijay.
How you like them apples?
Run right through the middle of town. And late in the evening when the sun goes down, you can drive through and hear the happy sounds of the folks in Ellijay. Now way back in the summer of '73, the Red Dot parking lot was the place to be. But you could get more than what you bargained for back in those days in Ellijay. Yeah, you could. Ellijay, a mighty fine place to be. Ellijay, good enough for you and me. Yeah. 69 Road Runner, Charger RT, pistol grip 4-speed, 383. Boys, that's the way it all used to be, right here in skinny dipping, party all night. Praise the Lord, honey, I saw the white picking on a Telecaster Saturday night on the streets of Ellijay. Ellijay, a mighty fine place to be. You and me floating down the Kusawati. Yeah. Apple blossom, baby possum, muscadine wine. I'm so proud to call a piece of this mine. Drop all your troubles at the welcome sign. I'll see you in Ellijay. Ooh, yeah.
Anyway, LJ, go ahead, Chief.